YouTube, St. Frank here. So now we're getting ready to do the part 3. Now the camera stopped on me at the end of part 2, and we were right in the middle of looking at this card. So we'll continue on with this card. Like I said, it is definitely thicker on top. Some little white spots here and there on the card. Pikachu from Supreme Victors, and definitely looks thicker on the top there, and thicker on this side. By the way, kind of started right in the middle of this, but this is part 3 of a 203 card PSA reveal, the biggest ever PSA order I ever made, and it took a long time to get back, but it's here and it's been fun. Over here you're gonna see like the PSA pop report data, and also down here like recent sales. So back to the card, I think that's probably like a PSA 9 or 8. I got a 9. Very cool. Supreme Victors, old Platinum series. Okay, this card, a lot of wear on the corner. It's been played a lot and loved for sure. So I don't see creases, but there's a lot of edge wear. And it's a Charmander. Man, it's really weird that I would send that. I mean, even with the cheap prices, that is a lot of wear for a card to send in for $10. Anyway, it's original base set Charmander. Looks good on the front, but a lot of wear on the back. I'm going to say it's probably a 6. Yeah, got a 5. Yeah, I can't really argue that. It's been played a lot. It's been played in a lot of games. Next one, let's see, like a little discoloration spot down there, and a couple little white dots, a big white dot. It's thicker on this side. Pikachu from Roaring Skies. Definitely thinner on top. I guess I can hope for an 8. I don't think it's a 9. Yep, PSA 8. That's fair. I will take that. This one, a big white tip there on the corner. Man, I see a little bit of a bend. When I say bend, okay, you can kind of see from the light. Might not be able to see it on this camera. There's a little bit of a bend where the card, just a slight bend, not a crease, but a little bit of a bend there. That stinks. But yeah, some edge wear and corner wear. Charizard. Now, can you see the bend on this side? It might be more of a dent, but it's definitely not crispy, minty perfect. So it's going to depend if they saw that as a bend or as a minor dent. So I bet you maybe a 6 on that. This is a cracked ice Charizard from Arceus. So it's probably in a theme deck or something. 5. Yeah, they definitely considered that a bend in the card. Well, can't really argue that either. It'd be crazy to resend it to try to get a 6, you know. And there's kind of a big scratch on the back of the card. That might be on the case. I think that's actually on the case. Little white dot there. Pikachu from Burning Shadows. Let's see if this does not have the cutting error. That looks pretty good. Can we get a PSA 10? I mean, it looks, centering looks really good on there. 9. I'll take it. Man, our 10 stack has not grown much lately. This card looks pretty good on the back. There is a little white dot down there, but besides that, pretty good. Ooh, a Chin Chow. This is from Aquapolis, reverse. I sent this in just because I thought, wow, this is a really good condition Chin Chow. Might be a little scratch there. It could be on the case. It looks like this could get a 9 or 10, I think. An 8. Maybe that tiny little scratch might be on the card. But these reverse hauls look pretty cool. Slabbed up especially. There's a lot of wear in these bottom corners. It's been played a lot. Squirtle. This is from base set. Definitely thicker on top. I'm gonna guess like a 6 or 7. 6. That's fair. Not much to say about that. That card looks really good on the back. Don't really see anything. Ah, the Pikachu from Evolutions, Cracked Ice. This is from a theme deck. Now the centering is definitely thick on the bottom, so I'm gonna guess a 9 on that one. An 8. And compared to some of the other 8s, that seems harsh. Definitely doesn't feel like an 8. Alright. It is what it is. We'll go to the next box. Getting the hang of taking these out of the new boxes. Yeah, definitely a little more space in these bigger boxes. A little easier to get out of there. Okay. That one, this is obviously a vintage Japanese card. And the back looks really good. Maybe a little bit thin on the bottom. Got a Horsey Japanese vending series. Really neat arts on these vending cards. Man, the centering looks pretty good. It is a little bit thick over there. So I guess this could get a 9. Alright, PSA 9. Just slightly, ever so slightly off on centering. Now this is a Japanese vending card. I know the back looks really different, but there were a few that had this really cool artwork on the back, by the way. All these old school Pokemon back there. Looks a little bit off-centered though. The extra rule. Don't ask me what it actually says. Oh, 3 versus 3 is what I bet you it says. Some sort of a trainer type card. It looks thicker on these sides here, so I'm gonna guess we might have got a 9. Yep, PSA 9. That's pretty cool. You definitely don't see cards like that anymore. Definitely looks thicker on these edges, but everything else looks pretty good. A Mewtwo. The coloring looks faded on it, but I don't know if that's just normal. The finish on it is fantastic, but it is way off center, so they might have given this an 8. Yep, PSA 8. Really interesting artwork there, but it is an 8. Okay, this one definitely see some whitening on the edges here. Another Mewtwo. This is a CD promo, it says, except it's got the vending series icon there. So the centering looks good, but it does have wear on the back. So I'm guessing maybe we got an 8 on this. Oh, 7. Darn. Seems a little strict, but I think this one looks better than this one. But the back of the card is definitely not as nice. So we'll have a 7 on that one. Some Mewtwo's you don't see every day. This one looks really good. Centering even looks nice. Ah, the Raichu. See, I thought this was one of the nicer ones. The centering and everything looks really good on it. Another vending series. So I'm guessing this is a 10. Oh, an 8. I missed something. Might be a little. Oh, there is a little tiny little dent. Dang. Man, I really hope that wasn't caused by something inside my sleeve. See that little dent there? It went all the way through, so I mean, I was probably lucky to get an 8 out of that. See, I don't see that on this card. Looks a little bit thicker on top compared to the bottom. Ah, the Moltres. That looks like a 10. Yeah, I'll say 10. Ah, got a 9. Really cool Moltres, but it is a 9. Okay. Don't seem to be. On my last order, I had a bunch of other Japanese vending cards. I seem like I got better grades on those. So maybe this grader is not liking my Japanese vintage stuff as much. Alright, that one looks pretty good. Got Zapdos. Really cool artwork there on the Zapdos. This definitely looks thicker on that side, so I'm going to guess a 9 on this. Yep, PSA 9. Really cool. And yes, I have all 3 of the legendary birds, so I'm guessing this is the other one. Thicker on top there. Yeah, you can definitely see the centering's off. They might have even pushed this down to an 8. But it would be nice to have them all in 9s. Can we somehow squeeze out a 9? Yeah, there we go. PSA 9. So that's pretty sweet. These are all the Japanese Vending Series 2 Legendary Birds. Got them all in matching PSA 9s. And sequential numbers. Not that I really care about that, but that looks neat to have them in sequential numbers. That one looks pretty good. Machop. The centering on that one looks really good. Don't see any little dings anywhere. That's a Kamaya artwork. Back from '98. So he's been doing artwork for Pokemon for a long time. Really cool art on that. I'm going to guess, I think this could be a 10. Yeah, there we go. PSA 10. Our first Japanese vending series one from this order to get a 10. Let's get a streak going here. That looks good on the back. Oh, another cool Kamaya artwork. The Voltorb. His artwork is so interesting. That looks like, I think this could get a 10. Ah, 9. Ah, man, I wish that would have been a 10. But a 9's alright. I mean, that's a pretty good grade for 24-year-old cards. This one, there's a tiny little white dot there. Some scuffs on my case. Porygon. So this says Series 1 Porygon. That looks like a 10. A 9. That's pretty neat art on that one too. Okay, this one definitely thicker on top. there is a tiniest little white dot there. Almanite. Yeah, it looks pretty badly off-centered on the front. So I'll be very lucky to get a 9. It's probably more like an 8. Yeah, PSA 8. Centering, got it. But, cool card. And this one definitely thicker on top, but there's no little tiny little white dot. Ah, Growlithe. Another Kamaya artwork. And this one's really cool. He's like, they're waiting for some little table scraps. Pretty sweet. It does look off-centered a little bit, so I'm going to guess a 9. Yep, PSA 9. I'll take it. This one, a little bit thin on the bottom. Wheezing. Looks almost like CGI artwork there, but it definitely looks thicker over there. This might be off center enough to get an 8, but I hope I get a 9. 8. Yeah, they're definitely taking quite a bit off on badly centered stuff on this order. Back of that looks pretty good. A Weeping Bell. It looks a little bit off center, not as bad as Wheezing, so might be able to get a 9 on that one. Yep, PSA 9. Pretty sweet. A little bit of a white spot there on the border, and a little bit thicker up there too. Ah, this is a really cool Ghastly. Really neat artwork on that one. Yeah, that's a really cool artwork. It's definitely off-centered, and with that mark on the back, I'm guessing an 8. Yep, PSA 8. Can't really argue that. That one looks really good on the back. Ah, the Tauros. Like, when you see cards like this, you're like, I could be a Pokemon illustrator. That one looks pretty good. This might be a 10. 9. Oh, that's alright. That's really cool. Cool Tauros. So our 8s and 9s are even, and 10s are just getting obliterated. Okay, so back to English. The centering looks really good, but there is a couple of white spots on the corners. Ah, Xatu. That was really neat. Cracked ice. Oh man, can we get a PSA 10? Come on. Give us a 10 on the old school, well it's not old school, but the old Heart Gold Soul Silver Unleashed Cracked Ice Xatu. This has to be super low pop. Come on, PSA 10. Ah, an 8. No. What happened? Man, sometimes I think they get thrown off by with the cracked ices, they think that there's printing lines that are not. Darn it. That one looks perfect on the back as far as edges and corners, just a little bit thicker on that side. Dragapult V. Yeah, you can definitely see the centering. It's thinner on this side than that side. So it's probably a 9. On that, Rebel Clash grades so well, so that's going to be a little stinger if that gets a 9. Yeah, PSA 9. That's a really cool artwork though. Alright. Can't argue with the centering though. Definitely some edge wear on that upper corner. And it's thick on top. Mega Alakazam EX from Fates Collide. Yep, thicker on the top, on the front side. I guess this could get a 9. An 8. Hitting a little bad streak here in this order. Alright, the back of that looks really good. Inteleon VMAX from Rebel Clash. The centering looks good. That seems like an easy 10. Yep, PSA 10. We haven't had a PSA 10 for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we'll stop the video there, and then we'll continue on with the part 4 in our next video.